Right. So when you see that people
The tribulation and stuff, yeah.
when you see people say, "Oh yeah, it's when he says, oh, it's finished," and that's a fulfillment of everything. It's so ridiculous. He didn't fulfill anything. None of those prophecies ended up
You
coming
don't
true.
believe Psalm 22 was fulfilled?
Oh, you want to talk about that?
You don't think that was fulfilled?
Are you gonna do it? I love talking about Psalm 22.
We can, but let's just stay
Sure.
on this topic
Sure.
before we go
You
there.
brought it up. You brought it
Sure,
up. For dogs
but
have
let's
encompassed
stay on
me, a
this
company of
topic.
evil
We can
doers
go
have
to Psalm
enclosed me.
22. Give me a second.
Wait. You just brought it up. Like a lion, they're at my hands and feet.
That's the Masoretic text. The Septuagint doesn't say that.
The Septuagint.
The Masoretic
So why would
text
you
comes
use
from the 8th
Septuagint?
century AD. The Septuagint predates Christ, and it says that he's crucified.
Oh no!
My hands are
Dribble.
pierced. It's
Dribble.
not lion. Like
Dribble.
my hands are pierced. My hands and my feet are pierced.
Dribble? Are you gonna let me respond?
No, because
You know what the Hebrew is for that?
you just use text that actually doesn't predate Christ to say that.
Tribble.
The Masoretic
Dude,
text
you're
comes from the
a
8th century AD.
Tribble.
The Septuagint
Tribble.
predates Christ and says
Tribble.
his
Why you
hands
saying
and
his
feet are
name with a
pierced.
T, Jessica?
I just
Dribble
refuted
buddy
you.
with a
You know
name.
what?
Like
Listen,
a lion,
okay,
my hands
if
and my
you're
feet.
gonna-
Where the hell did you get that from the
Tribble.
Even
Septuagint?
Saint Jerome
It's
threw away the
dribble,
not
Septuagint.
tribble.
Okay, so you're not gonna let me talk.
I just refuted
He's
you.
allowing you to talk right now.
So you said what was your dating on the Masoretic text on when
The Masoretic text would be around 7th to 9th century. It's progressive. 7th to 9th century.
No.
AD.
When? Okay, so when was the translations of these relevant passages done for the Masoretic text? Do you know?
You could tell me, but all I'm saying is the Masoretic text, which dates to around 7th century, 8th century AD, says
That's
like
when
a
it was
lion,
done.
my hands and my
That's-
feet. But the Septuagint,
Dribble,
which
that's
is
when it was done.
nearly 300
Dribble.
years before Jesus was born, says,
Fuck! Will you shut
"My
up for a
hands and
second?
my
Let me
feet are
finish the
pierced."
sentence. You just keep repeating your litany over and over again. Listen,
'cause it's going
there was
through
a
one year and
progressive
going out the other.
translation. Okay, so you're not going to let me finish. Okay, we're done. Have a good life.
You're gonna block me too? Coward.
He blocked you?
Yeah, he blocked me too. He's just running like a
You
coward.
were trying
What the
to-
hell? He just used he used a text that comes 800 years after Jesus to disprove a
What
text that
text-
comes
what text
300
did
years
he
before
use?
Jesus. That's like illogical. That's like an
What text,
irrational argument.
what text did he use?
The Masoretic text. He says Psalm 22 is not a fulfilled prophecy
Yeah,
because
I'm.
the Masoretic text
understand
says
some
like a
texts
lion, my
will
hands and
like
my
that,
feet.
yeah.
But Septuagint,
Yeah.
which is before Christ, says my hands and my feet are pierced. But Masoretic says like a lion, my hand and my feet. So he's saying that's not a fulfilled prophecy because the Masoretic text. And I'm like, dude, that's not the Septuagint. The Septuagint predates Christ.
And
it's
he was
authoritative.
poured out like water when he had the spear in the side.
Yeah,
Water
and
poured out.
they cast lots for his garments. This is also Psalm 22. Like you said, the twisting out like water. Well, I mean, he didn't
Right.
answer my argument for Daniel 9. He did not answer my argument for Psalm 22. He did not answer my
Yeah.
argument
He just says your
for
name over and over
why
again.
Asherah is the wife.
When you're talking, you just says your name over
Yeah.
and over and
It
over
just-
and
yeah.
over and over and over and over again.
It's so dumb. Did he
Infuriating.
block you
Like,
too? Did he
I
block
mean,
you too?
you'd be
Lars?
surprised with the amount of
No.
things he knows that he
Oh, so
he,
he's so
he,
close.
he ignores
Unfortunately,
Septuagint,
or
knowing that the
confirmation.
Masoretic scroll comes
I think I'm
800,
blocked
100
now.
years
Thank
after
you.
Jesus. You'd
Right.
be surprised. He like he's saying,
Yeah, no,
look, we have a full entire
I've-
Old
I've
Testament
listened
that
to
predates
some
Christ. Let's just throw that
Jewish,
into the trash and take
interpretations
an
of it as well,
800-year-old
and it's- yeah.
Bible that comes from an Old Testament that comes after Jesus, and this is the authoritative standard. When you have a full Old Testament that predates him.
I think the bigger
Literally.
question
Now that's
is
cope. That's called cope. He was accusing us of cope, but that's cope. Rejecting earlier
Well,
manuscripts.
you're like equivocating
earlier
two
codexes
situations anyway.
in order to make a
over,
point.
I
over
can see where
hundreds
he's
and
coming
hundreds
from,
of
though.
years to
He
say that
fancies himself
this
as
is
a
what they're
woman,
talking
so
about, which is
probably
Yeah.
get a lot of
ridiculous.
motivation to disprove things in the Bible and stuff. You know,
That's
I
good.
could see
Are
that.
you a man or a woman?
Right.
Trying
It's
to.
got to be conflicting. I
Jessica
feel bad
did.
for her.
Like I
Are you a
said,
man
like
or a
Ringo's
woman?
dude, he straight up has an entire and he knows the Septuagint. He has a codex that
and he
predates
goes
Christ
to
by almost
block me
300
whenever I
years, an
ask a
entire full
serious
Old
question.
Testament. Then he goes,
Wait,
hmm,
is that Blessed Mother?
we have one that is 800 years after Jesus.
That's
Which
that's
one do we take
genuinely like
to
a
see
good
fulfillment of
question.
prophecy?
He's gonna go to
We take the
block.
one after.
I
That's
gotta shoot off, but good
pinnacle
conversation.
stage.
He
Yeah,
literally
That
took
was good.
he literally took two different dates
Wait, are you a man or a
to go
woman?
with a period
that doesn't line
That's
up with
like-
Jesus,
Yeah.
and avoiding the
Every
more
time somebody asks you that, just
Yeah, I recorded the entire thing, bro.
He comes
I
in
recorded
here
it.
to
Well, how is
debate,
that
but
any?
when he gets
I mean, you
started
believe that a
debating, he
virgin
blocks
girl
it.
was impregnated by a ghost, and